Hi guys, it's Lane. Today you might hear the wind a little. It's pretty windy out today. And you might hear the goats. They came down to the fence beside me. But today I'm going to be doing something that I'm really excited about. We're going to be doing a little wild crafting. I'm going to be looking for some wild violets and I'm going to be making some wild violet lemonade. This is something that I typically do in the spring, but I've noticed over the last few years that they also pop up in the fall. So today I'm going to take a little bit of time while I have some free time and I'm going to do a little wild crafting. I'm going to go and pick some of the things that we like to enjoy that grow wild here on our farm. Now these guys are what I'm after. These are wild violets and this is what the green looks like. The green on these are also edible. You can use these in salads or you can cook them down like you would any other green in a recipe. And they're a very big magnesium boost if that's something that you're needing in your diet. But these guys here, this is what I'm after today. I've got my handy basket and I brought a few mason jars. And all I'm simply going to do is pick these heads off and throw them in. I ended up collecting about 2 jars that were half full to start off with. I'm going to be doing 2 separate recipes. The first one's going to be kind of an all natural. I'm going to use honey and lemongrass instead of regular white sugar and lemon juice concentrate. Now I have 2 separate recipes that I'm going to be using. This first one is simply just the wild violet blooms in hot water. I boiled water on the stove, or you can use your coffee pot, tea kettle, whatever. As long as you have hot water to pour over your blooms, that's going to start the process of getting the color to leach out of these and the floral scent to leach into your water. Now this one has some lemongrass that I chopped up to put in there. I didn't necessarily like chop it in two. I just wanted to get it kind of broke up enough to where some of the oils and some of that lemongrass flavoring gets into the water. Now this is your first step. I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 tablespoon of lemon juice in this one because it does have some of the lemongrass in it already. But that's gonna get the color starting to leach out of the blooms of the wild violets. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple in this one. Now don't mind it spilling. I'm as graceful as the day is long. And if you can see it, you can already see some of that pink color changing going on. Now while this is still hot and while everything is still ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my sugar to this first jar here. I'm going to use a half a cup to start off with, and you can add more or less depending on how you like it. It depends on how sweet you like your lemonade. But this is a pure cane sugar. We try to use, the healthier option. Now the second one, we're going to go ahead and do some honey. We're going to do the same amount, about 1/4 of a cup. Now this honey came straight from our own farm. We raise bees here and we harvested this back in the late summer. So this is honey that we grew right here on this property too. Now we just let these guys steep and we'll come back later and strain everything out and show you what we do for our next step. Now, after you've given it enough time to let it sit and steep, you want to take a strainer and you strain out all of the lemongrass and all your flower bloom heads, and you discard that. You can put them in your compost pile, you can throw them in the trash, you can feed them to chickens or whatever. I wanted to sort of do two separate options. I wanted to do one, a conventional, just if you have sugar, you have lemon juice or lemons, you can go ahead and make this and have it ready to go. But the second option with the lemongrass, I wanted to try to make a lemonade version from stuff that we have right here on our farm. I used lemongrass that we grew here over the summer, and I also used our own farm fresh honey. Now I've got a stainless steel strainer and a coffee filter on here, so I'm going to go ahead and strain out the flowers and all the other bits out of our lemonade so that we can try it. Now, this is the liquid that we're left with. This is our wild violet lemonade. It's already sweetened. It's ready to go. We'll pour a little ice in there. Voila. Add a few garnishes straight from the garden, and we have wild violet lemonade. Now, let's do a taste test, guys. That's good. It tastes very summery. This first one here is the one that had the lemongrass in it. It tastes more kind of earthy, or almost like it has a mint in it. It doesn't have that jaw squinching lemon flavor, but there's a slight just lemon undertone. And then you can definitely tell that this one has honey in it. It's sweet, but it tastes totally different than the one with the sugar. This one's the one that I typically do every single year. It's something that I actually look forward to every spring. And now that I know that I can make it in the fall too, I'm super excited for that. But this one is very summery. It's got that bold lemon flavor. It's got a very slight floral undertone to it because of the flowers. There you have it, guys. That's our version of wild violet lemonade. If you try it, let us know. If it's something that you like, leave a comment down below if you try out this recipe. But thanks for hanging out with me again today, guys. I hope you enjoyed your week, and I hope you stick around and follow us for whatever content we have coming up next. Bye, guys.